Major breaking. Spurs put on high alert as Oliver Glasner nears Palace departure. Is this the man ready to replace Thomas Frank at Tottenham? Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham have been placed on full alert after fresh reports revealed that Oliver Glasner is preparing to walk away from Crystal Palace and become a free agent next summer. The development has sent shockwaves through the Premier League managerial market and immediately reignited interest from North London, where pressure on Thomas Frank continues to intensify week by week. According to Spanish radio Cadena SER, Glasner has already made up his mind and will not extend his contract beyond the end of the current campaign. The Austrian coach is expected to be available without compensation in the summer of 2026, a scenario that has clubs across England quietly positioning themselves for a potential move. Tottenham are among those watching closely. Glasner's name is not new at Hotspur Way. Senior figures at the club have admired his work for a long time and even discussed him internally before ultimately opting to appoint Thomas Frank. With hindsight now creeping in, many inside Spurs are questioning whether that decision may soon need correcting. Frank's situation has become increasingly fragile. Despite signing a 3-year deal, his position is far from secure. Performances have lacked identity, results have fluctuated wildly, and the atmosphere around the club has grown tense. Every match now feels like an audition, and the sense is growing that the hierarchy are actively monitoring alternatives behind the scenes. Glasner's rise at Crystal Palace has only amplified Tottenham's interest. Working with limited resources, he has transformed Palace into one of the most structured and aggressive sides in the division, delivering silverware in the FA Cup and pushing the club into the European conversation. His tactical clarity, emotional intelligence, and ability to maximise players have not gone unnoticed. Crucially, Spurs believe Glasner fits the profile they crave. He has proven he can overachieve without extravagant spending, impose a clear footballing identity, and demand intensity from his squad's traits Tottenham feel have been missing. The fact he could arrive without a transfer fee only strengthens his appeal. However, Tottenham will not have a free run. Cadena SER report that several Premier League clubs are already on high alert, fully aware that a manager of Glasner's calibre rarely becomes available on a free. Manchester United and Chelsea are both monitoring the situation, with their own managerial futures far from settled. There is also a ticking clock. If Tottenham's form continues to nosedive, Frank may not even make it to the summer. In that scenario, Spurs could be forced into an earlier decision, with other names such as Xavi Hernandez and Mauricio Pochettino also being discussed internally. For now, one thing is clear: Oliver Glasner's contract decision has changed the landscape. Tottenham are watching, weighing their options and preparing for a potential pivot. The pressure is mounting, the market is moving, and Spurs know they cannot afford to be reactive again. The warning signs are flashing, and Tottenham are listening. Leon Goretzka's time at Bayern Munich is rapidly unravelling, and Spurs are watching every move closely. What was once a stable relationship between player and club has now deteriorated into what sources in Germany are describing as a complete and irreversible breakdown. The 29-year-old midfielder is no longer a guaranteed figure in Bayern's plans. Despite his pedigree, experience and status as a senior international, Goretzka has slipped down the pecking order and is increasingly frustrated with his diminishing role. His patience appears to have finally snapped. The flashpoint came in Bayern's recent league clash against Mainz. Substituted during the match, Goretzka's reaction said everything. His anger was clear for all to see, no attempt to mask the frustration, no effort to play it down. Those close to the situation insist that moment symbolised a much deeper issue brewing behind the scenes. This is where Tottenham enter the picture, and crucially, Spurs are said to be one of the best-placed clubs to capitalise on the situation. With the midfielder actively considering a new challenge, North London is emerging as a realistic and attractive destination. Tottenham's interest is not speculative. The club are monitoring developments closely and believe Goretzka could add leadership, physicality, and elite-level experience to a midfield that has lacked authority at key moments this season. His ability to dominate both boxes, dictate tempo, and bring Champions League pedigree is viewed internally as a potential game-changer. Adding further fuel to the story is the presence of João Palhinha. The two have already built an understanding during their time together at Bayern, and Spurs are expected to activate Palhinha's £27 million purchase clause once his loan deal concludes. A reunion in North London would be seamless tactically and personally. While other Premier League sides, including Nottingham Forest and West Ham, are also keeping tabs on Goretzka's situation, Tottenham believe they can offer something the others cannot. A platform to compete at the highest level, a central role in the project, and the chance to become a cornerstone of a rebuilding side. Behind the scenes, the sense is clear. Goretzka wants out. Bayern are bracing for his departure, and Tottenham are positioning themselves to strike if the opportunity opens. This is no longer a situation to watch quietly, it is one that could accelerate quickly. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with everything Tottenham, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Don't forget to drop a like and share this video with other Spurs fans. Together we can keep growing the Tottenham News Today community. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs!